Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to my channel Bhavya Astro. Today is coral which I would be covering in the Gemstone series. So we'll be knowing what exactly a coral is. Now, the chemical composition for a coral is calcium carbonate. So you'll get a lot of layers of calcium carbonate in the form of either calcium or else argonite with a hardness of 3.5 on the Mohs scale. Now, it was extremely popular in the Victorian age, also in the Egyptian age, and if you're aware, the Romans used to wear corals and make their kids wear corals in the neck to protect them. So, it's a stone for protection. Yes, it is a stone which is used to enhance the positivity of Mars. And if Mars is badly placed on a chart, instead of the white red coral, we use the white coral. Now, let me give you an example for both. Say, for example, you have your Mars in dignity, either it's in its own sign, sitting in good houses. Avoid the 6th house, the 8th house, and the 12th house positioning of Mars. There is where it would give you negative results, and also activate that on the KP level when you're checking the KP chart, and when you get to the Nadi Nakshatra. You would come to know if you have your Mars in the 6th house, the 8th house, and the 12th house. So, wearing a coral will go ahead and activate one of the houses, whichever house Mars is placed in. Now, talking about the house placement, you see where Mars is placed in the first house, the third house, the fifth house, ninth, 10th, 11th, 12th. After which you see the sign placement of Mars. What sign is Mars in? Is Mars in the sign of Aries, in its own sign, or any friendly sign such as in a Jupiterian sign, a Sun sign? For a Jupiterian sign, whether it is in Sagittarius or Pisces, whether it is in Aries, whether it's an exaltation in the sign of Capricorn. After which you will decide whether you need to wear the Mars or not. Now, say for example, you have a Mars placed in the sign of Capricorn. I do not think so you would require to wear it in that way. Why? You already have a very empowered Mars. You have a Mars which naturally is going to give in benefits. So rather than wearing a coral, you can wear more of reds. You can consume masoor dal on a regular basis. You can consume honey on a regular basis. But yes, if you want to wear, you can wear one, maybe 3 or 4 carats. You wear a natural one rather than wearing something which is artificial or is not natural. Apart from that, if you want to go ahead and wear a mask just for the sake of wearing it, then I would advise you to wear a smaller one. Do not wear a very huge mask. Wear it in copper. The metal for wearing it is in copper. Apart from that, if you have a Mars which is not in dignity, say for example your Mars is situated in the 6th house or the 8th house or the 12th house. So when you will check the significations of Mars, the houses which it is activating, some of the other ways you will be activating the 6th house, the 8th or the 12th house. Say if you have a connection of the 8th and 12th house with Mars, say if Mars is sitting in the 8th house and is responsible for the 12th house as well, and somehow it is connected with your Lagna, your first house, say 1, 8, 12. Wearing that Mars is not going to give you any kind of benefits, even if it is an exaltation. Even if you have your Mars sitting in the 8th house in the sign of exaltation and is somewhere connected with your first house or your 12th house, that is going to give you issues when you wear Mars. Now, how to go ahead and gauge your coral is natural? See, most of your corals they have to be natural. If it's a coral reef, it definitely will be natural. Now, most of the original corals which come in, they come in from the Mediterranean Sea and the southern Portugal region is very high with corals. So make sure you know what you're buying. Scan the aura of the gemstone, as I've always said. Once you scan the aura of your purchasing, whether you're buying it online, whether you're buying it from me, whether you're buying it from anyone, you got to scan your aura first. Just don't buy anything blindly. If you buy things blindly, it's you the one who's going to suffer at the end of the day. Now, buying gemstones such as corals, you can pick up any coral which is either from Portugal, from southern Portugal, Mediterranean. There are many mines, there are many sources from where you can get the original ones as well. Do not go for the synthetic ones. Now, coming to somebody who has a debilitated Mars, say you've got a debilitated Mars, and now someone suggests you to go ahead and wear a red coral. Wow, wonderful, and wear it in your right hand. After a couple of days, you will realize that Mars is giving you all the positive, all the possible negative results. Why? Because your right hand is to enhance the positivity. So if you have exalted Jupiter, fine, you wear it in your right hand. If you have an exalted Mars, okay, you wear it in your right hand. If you have a debilitated Mars, firstly, do not wear the gemstone. Do not wear red coral. Simple. Avoid red. Avoid intake of honey, intake of masoor dal. Avoid Tuesdays. Very simple. Avoid the Muhuratas of Mars, which is governed by Mars, the Jogadiya, the Hora. It's very simple to use the alignment of your planets before even jumping to a gemstone and wearing one. I don't mind if every individual wears gemstones, but only when it is required you would wear gemstones. Now, if you have a debilitated Mars, the first thing is you'll not wear a red coral, and secondly, if you're wearing a coral, you will wear the white coral, which has a higher content of calcium in it. Why? Because Mars is debilitated in the sign of Moon. Okay, that is your Cancer. So say if you have a Mars in Cancer, it is like you're putting Mars in the kitchen. Mars is a soldier which needs to go and fight it out. But now in Kali Yuga, at this age, this soldier cannot go out and fight for every single thing. So a debilitated Mars is much better than an exalted Mars, because today we cannot afford any kind of you could say violence in this kind of an age which is going on. There's already too much of chaos all around. So rather than having an exalted Mars, it's fine if you have a Mars in any of the Jupiterian signs, or you have Mars, I wouldn't say debilitated, but if you have debilitated, it's nothing wrong, it's absolutely okay. Every planet is good and bad in some form. Maybe you have a debilitated Mars, your partner has an exalted Mars, fine, things will work out, there shouldn't be any kind of problems in that. The relationship works out. But if two people having an exalted Mars in the same house, what would happen? You could imagine, because Mars is a warrior, always ready to fight, always ready to fight. So an exalted Mars, it could be much dangerous. Before wearing an exalted Mars or else a coral, a red coral, please think twice. Wear it only if required. You can consume it. You can use the day for Mars, the Hora for Mars, the Chugadiya for Mars, the Maurat for Mars. So why directly jump to a coral? Yeah, I would be more than happy to suggest rubies and sapphires, even blue sapphires, rather than suggesting somebody to wear a coral. So this is what were my insights for Mars and wearing a coral. And for anybody who's confused with what their lagna is, what is their ascendant, what is Nari Nakshatra, what do their planets signify, and which is the direction as per their individual chart for gains, for children, for conception, which is the difficult zones in their house, in their property, which is creating all the problems, which is the 8th house direction, the 12th house directions. Please get in touch with us. I am here to assist you, and yes, I will see you in Himachal and Punjab for all those who have booked their consultations. I am coming in the second week of January to Punjab and Himachal. See you all there in the beautiful 2023, which is about to come within just a couple of hours. God bless you all. Stay tuned and do like and share my video. God bless you. See you in the new year. Thank you so much.